यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnana-salakaya Chakshurumilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदामयं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथामृतं तं सजीवं साधुवैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम Rama Rama Hare Hare. Today we will read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 3, Text 51, sorry. Kalera doso nidhe rajan asti he eko managuna kirtanandiva krishnas mukta sangam param raje. Kale doso nidhe rajan asti he ko mahan guna kirtanandeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. Kalo dosa nidhe rajan asti he eko mahan guna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. Please, anyone, if you would like to please chant.
Kalir dosha nidhe rajan asti eko mahan gunan kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet.
Kalir doshu nidhe rajan asti hai eko mahan guna kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet.
Kaler dosha nite rajan asti hi eko mahan guna kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta sangha param rajet.
Kaler dosho nidhe rajan asti he ko mahanguna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param bhajet.
कलेर दोष निधे राजन अस्ति हे एक महान गुणः कीर्तनात् एव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संगः परम व्रजेत.
Kale, the age of Kali, dosa nidhe, in the ocean of faults, Rajan, O king, asti, there is, he certainly, eka, one, mahan, very great, guna, good quality, kirtanat, by chanting, eva certainly, krishnasya, of the holy name of Krishna, mukta sangaha, liberated from material bondage, param, to the transcendental spiritual kingdom, Vrajit, one can go. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. By my dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Purport by his disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. After mentioning the innumerable faults of this age of Kali, Sukadev Goswami now mentions its one brilliant aspect. Just as one powerful king can kill innumerable thieves, one brilliant spiritual quality can destroy all the contamination of this age. It is impossible to overestimate the importance of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, especially in this fallen age. We'll read from something from Bhagavad Gita as well. So in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9:34, Krishna says, Man mana bhavamad bhakto madhya yi mam namaskuru mam evasyas yukta vyam atmanam mam parayana. Engage your mind in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, worship me, being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. In this verse, it is clearly indicated that Krishna consciousness is the only means of being delivered from the clutches of this contaminated material world. Sometimes unscrupulous commentator distort the meaning of what is clearly stated here, that all devotional service should be offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Unfortunately, unscrupulous commentator divert the mind of the reader to that which is not at all feasible. Such commentator do not know that there is no difference between Krishna's mind. Krishna is not an ordinary human being. He is absolute truth. His body, his mind, and he himself are one and absolute. It is stated in Kurma Purana, as it is quoted by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj in Anubhaya commentary in Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter 5 Adi Leela. This means that there is no difference in Krishna and the Supreme Lord, between himself and his body. But because of commentators do not know this science of Krishna, they hide Krishna and divide his personality from his mind, from his body. Although it is sheer ignorance of the science of Krishna, some men make profit out of misleading people. So again, I'll read the translation. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. It is simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from bondage and promoted to the transcendental kingdom. So all of us are familiar with Kali Yuga because, by Lord's grace, we are born in this age, and we have seen that what all is going on in Kali Yuga, what all conflicts are there, even a minute disagreement between two persons can land up in taking each other's life. So this age is famous for quarrel and hypocrisy, and it is said that all the things which was, all the auspicious things which can be accomplished in the age of Satyuga by meditation, in age of Treta Yuga by sacrifice performed, in age of Dwapar Yuga by temple worship, is easily gained during Kali Yuga by simply process of Harinam Kirtan. So in Kali Yuga, Harinam Kirtan has been stressed, and it has been, advised by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that wherever you go, either you are in, home or you go to forest, wherever you are, you just chant the holy names. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally demonstrated by raising his hand up, and he used to travel and sing the holy names. So, just to see some of the symptoms of Kali Yuga. So, in this age of Kali, as it progresses, all the good qualities of men is going to diminish, and all impure qualities is going to increase. Atheistic systems of so-called religions become predominant, replacing the code of Vedic law. The kings or the president or prime minister to be in current world becomes just like highway pundits. The people in general become dedicated to low occupation, and all the social class become just like Sudras. All the cows become like goats, and all spiritual hermitage become like materialistic homes, and family ties extend no further than immediate relationship of marriage. So a lot of distraction is there in Kali Yuga. We can feel like even everywhere you have this 5G, 4G connectivity, and these all distracts us. Sometimes we get distracted, and basic thing which in Kali Yuga is very common is the back of our mind. The living entities, the souls are always in sorrow and lamentation. So the kind of a background music playing, and it appears like like everyone is very sad, and actually they are sad. Why? Because whatever we are doing in Kali Yuga, or whatever we are doing in present moment, is not risk free. Risks are involved there. For example, right now we are going through a lot of crisis of COVID. So there was a patient, and patient was lying on a bed, and some kind of treatment needs to go, and then doctor entered in the theater, the operation theater, with a garland in the hand. So the patient saw the doctor with the garland, and patient is shocked, like saying, "This is for what?" The doctor said that if you are saved, then this garland is for me, but if you leave the body, this is for you. So that's the scenario, like even in the doctor procession or any procession, the risks are involved. Like sometimes we are traveling in first class train, or in a flight, we are traveling from one country to other, thinking that, okay, material advancement has given us risk-free life, but that's not the case. We may be relaxing, we may be setting up our beds in a flight or in a train, or be comfortable in a car, but we hope that we are going to sleep comfortably, and drivers are at least awake, because even the risks are there while traveling, that if driver sleeps, we know what's going to happen, right? So Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that we should not be attached with praise, dishonor, honor or dishonor, whatever, disgrace. But in Kali Yuga, people are mostly attached with this. So I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. So in this age, it is recommended that we do congregational chanting of the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, with devotion, and take shelter as a child takes shelter of mother helplessly. So that's the only recommendation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the incarnation of Lord Sri Krishna, appeared in Navdeep, Nadia 5 days ago, taught us this process of congregational chanting. Srila Prabhupada says the purpose of establishing ISKCON is not to defeat people with philosophy and make them. No, it is just to introduce them to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, engage them in the service of the Lord. So that's the whole idea, that we bring them close to this Harinam, because Lord's name and Lord is non-different. Vyasadeva in the last message in Bhagavatam is the congregational chanting, and Chaitanya Charitamrita starts from the congregation chanting. So Acharyas, in our Sampradaya has not just taught us how to chant, but how, we have to chant, but they also teach us how we can chant, what should be the mood, right? Janadapi suni chena tarerupi sahishtuna manina manadena kirtanya sadahari. So unless we have that mood of, humble than a blade of the grass, tolerant than a tree, like tree, how much they're tolerating, either it is a snow or it's a rain or it's a hotted sun, tree is always there to take shelter, tree is always there to give shelter, tolerating all the different weathers. And then we are ready, we should be ready to give respect to others, expecting nothing from return. This is, very, very, subtle, but very minute, where, we are not expecting anything in return from any kind of service we are doing, and we just want to serve in the mood of servitor, like dasanu das. So if that is the mood, then we can constantly chant the holy name forever, but people don't understand, this humility. Like even Arjuna, when he was there in Kurukshetra, he was saying, I will renounce everything, I will go to the forest. And so very fast renunciation comes, like I just want to leave everything, and that way I'll be humble and I'll be, but that's not what real humility is. Krishna explains, following the instruction of Lord and his representative is real humility, So, for example, like if our temple authorities has something for us to any service or any engagement, and if we are doing that, that is genuinely the humility which with the humble heart. So that comes like the true humility here, not that you leave, you do whatever whimsically comes in your mind at the name of devotional service. So all our acharyas shows us how to show humility. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, the son of Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj, was constantly praying to the Lord, to send him a personal servant of the Lord for propagating the holy names in age of Kali Yuga. So that time, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj appeared, and I remember one pastime because I'm sitting very near to Jagannath Puri. This is just in Bhubaneswar. So when Lord Jagannath chariot was passing in front of Lord Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj's home, it halted there, stopped there, and it was not moving for 3 consecutive days. Everyone was trying their best, but Lord Jagannath was not moving. So that time, Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj's wife, Bhagavati Devi, just brought Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj, that was Vimal Prasad, in front of the Lord Jagannath. And at the moment Lord saw Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, the Vimal Prasad, and he touched Lord's lotus feet. The garland fall from Jagannath's neck into Vimal Prasad, and thus Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj could sense that, okay, this is the boy whom I was praying for and aspiring that Lord will personally send to propagate this chanting of the holy names. So like we are not meant to enjoy Krishna. So many times we try to enjoy. I know all of us enjoy prasadam, so that's Krishna's mercy. But we should not be trying to enjoy Krishna, but we are meant for his enjoyment. The topmost way to satisfy the Lord is to please Lord's devotee through service. So the best way is to please Lord's dear and near ones. Like, we have the temple authorities, Pyare Prabhu. So if you want to really satisfy the Lord, then the only way is that we please the devotees who are engaged in service of the Lord. These are some of the teachings from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, passed to Prabhupada and to us. Do not try to see Krishna. We cannot see Krishna with our eyes, but we can serve him in such a way that Lord wants to see. In day-to-day life also, if you want to see the president, you cannot go directly and say, I want to meet the president. But if you do something and president wants to see you, then who can stop? He can call you anytime and you can meet. Okay. But tendency in us is to enjoy the fruit of bhakti. As long as we are trying to enjoy in this material world, we suffer, right? Prahlad Maharaj teaching to his school friends, what is the way to be happy in this world is to stop searching for happiness. Like we know that this material world is dukhalayam, a place of misery and sorrow, and we have seen this in last 3-4 months, for 6 months. We have seen the country or the place which was most powerful. We thought we have all material advancements to lead a healthy and successful life. Just some enemy which we cannot see, we cannot visualize, we cannot understand what it is taking our lives. So just understand that what is the nature of this world and how this can cause, like we have 4 major enemy: the birth, old age, death, disease, and then comes adhyatmika, adhidaivika, adhibhautika. So these all 7 are like the problems which are inevitable. Whatever we do, we cannot overcome it. But Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give the solution of these problems. And that is very simple. Just by chanting the holy name, serving the devotees, being in the mood of servant, we can easily overcome this uh, miseries which looks surmountable, which looks like we cannot pass. Now, there is a pastime when Krishna has a headache. Gopi was willing to go to hell for his pleasure, even for a moment of pleasure. That was kind of love they have for the Lord. And even in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, one of the servant, while fanning the Lord, he was watching Krishna and tears was flowing from his eyes. He was getting the ecstatic symptoms, and then he stopped, saying that I don't want these symptoms because these symptoms are stopping me from serving the Lord. So even the symptoms, he was cursing those symptoms. Those were the highest static symptoms which people aspire for. Even those was causing him disturbance in the service, and he was feeling that I should continue my service. Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj, Kunti Maharani, they constantly keep praying, Lord, give us calamities, because those calamities become our treasure, our asset. Vipatti yena sampatti. Vipatti becomes sampatti. Those who remember Madhusudana. If we are able to remember Krishna in any calamity, that calamity becomes a boon for us, because we are able to remember the Lord. We are able to take shelter of the Lord. So this entire episode, whatever is happening, is a boon for us, and we should be taking it as a like more shelter of the Lord, more center. Parikshit Maharaj, he has 7 days, but we have so many days. So how we can, perfect our life and we can take shelter of the Lord. Otherwise, like Sunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govindah Virehe Nama. Everywhere, if you see, it's null and void. What is there? What kind of happiness this material world can give us? It's Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj says this place is not for gentlemen, and all of us have realized this. Day in, day out, when we read newspaper, reads the articles, meet anyone, we see, right, how this place is a place of misery, and we don't want to be here. And if we have to serve, then this place becomes Vaikuntha, because we are connected to Krishna. If you are connected to Guru Krishna and Harinam, so there is pastime of Srila Prabhupada during Vrindavan temple construction. A lot of time, when Babajis will pass in front of the temple, they will say Radhe 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 Shyam, and temple management, temple authorities were breaking their head with construction, with bricks, with cement, and a lot of other tension, and the finance most important. So Prabhupada, and they approached Prabhupada, they said, Prabhupada, see, in building temple, we are going through so much, and you see these Babajis, they are chanting, they are remaining happy, and they can chant Radhe Radhe and remember. Srila Prabhupada says, Radharani is not going to accept any of this if we don't have mood to serve. And this construction of temple or any service which is being given to us by authorities, by temple president, by our guru, is the only means for us to get the deliverance. That means the only way we can be close to the Lord, be close to the Harinam. Do not try to enjoy Vrindavan, or do not try to enjoy any service, but serve Vrindavan, so that Vrindavan wants to enjoy you. So whoever goes to Vrindavan to just enjoy, see nice temple, nice, they are actually not seeing anything. But if you go there and serve Vrindavan, that way you become an asset, you become a gem, and you add you add in the service of Guru and Krishna. So, and that should be our mood, the dasosmi. Always we should feel I am the servant. Anyone, if anyone is coming to the temple or any guests are coming, we should always feel, okay, these are special guests or visitors to our temple, and we should treat them with a lot of respect and love as a guest of Krishna. For example, if you are a servant in a house and anyone comes to meet the master, what you should be doing? You should be giving all love and respect, and bow down and give them water, make them sit, because that should be the mood we should be feeling when anyone comes to the temple. So, and that person will also feel, that he wants to come again, and we should be very plain, simple, and truthful in our speech. We don't need to please anyone by flattering any words to get any, any helping hand or any favor, because we don't need anyone's favor. Krishna is there and he is watching us, and he will automatically provide us whenever we need, whatever we need for our devotional service. So we have to simply depend on Lord and his representative. Love and trust, these are two important words that can happen only when Krishna is in the center. And I have personally seen this in few years of my experience, that even brothers and sisters fight like cats and dogs for when their sense gratifications are not satisfied. They are willing to destroy each other. Even the best friend becomes the worst. Whatever we do, if that is motivated by sense gratification for our own enjoyment, then there can never be trust and love. And if there is no love and trust, there will be no peace of mind. So, but if we do anything keeping Krishna in the center, then automatically we feel the love and trust comes. And love and trust is kind of the, when an engine goes, runs for hours, you put a mobile or an oil which smooths the engine so that it does not heat it up. So love and trust is something like that viscous liquid which makes the engine work, makes our relationship go very smooth without getting heated up. And that can only happen when we do the things keeping Krishna in the center. Whatever happens to us or to among each other, we should keep it aside and keep Krishna and instruction of Guru in the center, and that way we'll be always united. Otherwise, this age has caused so much distortion, and we have seen that practically this is a curse that in Kali Yuga no one can trust anyone. So whenever we are too much attached to anything, like I always long back I used to have like www, we give an internet, and in our life also we have like woman, wealth, and wine is intoxication. So all the wars in this world are based on nothing but power or greed. They just want to have something, and everyone is anxious to cheat. Even the countries with big powers, like trying to protect their border, trying to show that they have so much love, but actually it translates to greed, because they are not ready to share an inch of land between each others, not treating other people as the children of God and ready to love them, because it impacts our own sense gratification. So whatever we have, we only use in the service of Lord. If that is our intention, like Manas deho geho, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj sings, Je kichu more ar koi puha pade Nanda Kishore. मारो भिरा को भी जो इच्छा तुम्हार आमी तुम्हार नित्य दास तोहारो अधिकार. That means, oh Lord, whatever I have, like my children, my family, this house, is all yours. You have given. Even this body is all belongs to you, and I want to use it in your service. And if that is the case, we will never be, we'll be fearless. We have no fear. And even if death comes in front of us, so what? It is Lord who is taking us. That will be our mood. And forgetfulness of Lord is death. In that way, whoever is actually breathing, by in medical science, heart is beating, you are taking breath, is just you are alive, but you are not living. So you are just breathing to keep the body and soul together, but you are not living for the purpose for which this human form of life is given for, which is self-realization. So it is very important that if you are not utilizing the life for what it is meant for, then already we are dead. We are dead. And for such dead, either you live in this body, or live in the body, or you live out of body. Makes no difference, because death is there. This world is no place for gentlemen. Always we have been hearing this. And Krishna, if Krishna is not in center, then we will see cheaters and being cheated. And that's what entire business, entire things has been moving around. If Lord is not in the center, we will be we will be cheated in every of our relationship. But still we have to make the ends meet. Last instruction Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj gave to his disciple following: Rupa Raghunatha lotus feet, and aspire for service of Lord and his devotees. Like aspiring to be, servant of servant, and to be humble like a blade of grass. This is in his frequent teachings. Like, we have to be humble. Like whenever any of a disciple comes and tries to appreciate him, praise him for whatever he has opened 64 mathas, done a lot of preaching and a lot of activities. So he will be always saying, I am your servant. Treat me like dasasmi. I'm your servant. Treat me like like that, and let me know how can I serve you. Even Sanatan Goswami, he was personification of humility in Gaur Leela. Whenever he used to pass from Lord, first of all, he will not go in front of Lord Jagannath's temple, because he will feel he is so contaminated. He has served Malecha, the king, in his life. He feels so fallen. So he will be taking the sand route, which will be heated during the afternoon, which will burn his feet. And Lord Mahaprabhu will be so much melted, so much seeing his humility. He will personally bring Lord Jagannath's Mahaprasad to him, try to feed him and serve him. So only humility and humble service to the devotees will attract the Lord. The whole purpose of practicing bhakti is to please the Lord, to be servant of servant. So unless we please the Lord and try to be servant, and there is no meaning in having mundane scholarship, acquiring so much knowledge without doing service to the Lord and his devotees. Because there's a lot of scholars who just gain the knowledge, sit at one place and use those scholars just to make money, but not do any practical service. These scholars who learn scriptures but do not serve are just like licking honey bottle without opening it. So like example is given in scripture where you have the honey in the bottle and you are trying to lick, but you will not get any taste. But unless we please the devotees, please the Lord through devotional service, we will be not able to get the taste or get the nectar. That honey has nectar. So the nectar can come from honey only when we taste it, when someone opens. And the temple authorities, Guru and Krishna, opens that bottle and give us to lick. And that's why we could taste the holy name. We can taste the devotional service. We'll just chant one prayer, and with that we'll try to conclude. This is for written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, one of our Vaishnava acharyas in the parampara, and this is from Nectarian Glories of Vraja Dhama. Jai Sri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govind Gopinatha Madana Mohan Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopi Natha Madana Mohan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan Kesi Ghacha Vamsi Bata Dwadasa Kana Jaha Sabalila Kailo Srinandananda Srinanda Yasoda Jaya Jaya Gopaga Sridhamadi Jaya Jaya Henuvasaga Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kritida Sundari Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Viramagari Jaya Jaya Gopeshwara Vrindavanama Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Bhatadvijara Jaya Ram Bhata Jaya Rohini Nanda Jaya Jaya Vrindavanavasi Bata Dvija Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanyaga Bhakti Jahara Pailo Govinda Chara Jaya Sri Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radhe Shyam Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Sarva Manoya Jaya Jala Jala Rasa Sarva Rasa Parakhiya Bhave Jahan Brajate Prachar Srijana Vipada Padma Koriya Smara Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Namaste Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopi Natha Madana Mohan Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Translation. All glories to Radha and Krishna and the divine forest of Vrindavan. All glories to three presiding deities of Vrindavan, Sri Govinda, Gopinath and Madana Mohan. Please chant if devotees would like.
All glories to Shyamakunda, Radhakunda, Govardhan Hill and the Yamuna River, Kalindi. All glories to the great forest known as Mahavan, where Krishna and Balram displayed all of their childhood pastimes.
All glories to Keshi Gata, where Krishna killed the Keshi demon. All glories to the Vamsi Vata tree, where Krishna attracted all the gopis to come by playing his flute. Glories to all of the 12 forests of Vraja. At these places, the son of Nanda, Sri Krishna, performed all his pastimes.
All glories to Krishna's divine father and mother, Nanda and Yashoda. All glories to the cowherd boys headed by Sudama, the older brother of Srimati Radharani and Ananga Manjari. All glories to the cows and calves of Vraja.
All glories to Radha's divine father and mother, Vishwanu and the beautiful Kirita. All glories to Purnamashi, the mother of Shandipani Muni, grandmother of Madhumangala and Nandamukhi, and beloved disciple of Devarshi Narada. All glories to the young cowherd maidens of Braja.
All glories to Gopeshwar Shiva, who resides in Vrindavana in order to protect the holy Dhamma. All glories to Krishna's funny Brahmana friend, Madhubangala.
All glories to Ram Ghat, where Lord Balram performed his Rasa dance. All glories to Lord Balram, the son of Rohini. All glories to all of the residents of Vrindavan.
All glories to the wives of the proud Vedic Brahmanas. All glories to the wives of Kaliya, serpent. Through pure devotion, they all obtained the lotus feet of Lord Govinda.
All glories to the place where the Rasa dance of Sri Krishna was performed. All glories to Radha and Shyam. All glories to the divine Rasa dance, which is the most beautiful of all Lord Krishna's pastimes.
All glories to the mellow of conjugal love, which is the most excellent of all rasas and is propagated in Raja by Sri Krishna in the form of the divine Parakya Bhava, paramour love.
Remembering the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda's consort Sri Janava Devi, this very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna sings the Sankirtan of the holy name.
Jai. We would end here. There was one more bhajan, but I know we have passed 1 hour, so we would end here. Unless if we want to chant one more, Radha Krishna Prana. No, what was that?
Please, that would be nice.
Haribol.
It's coming here. Let me see if it's okay. Since this is coming, so we'll chant this. This is again Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dayakaro More, and officially Sravana Sri Gaura Pada Padma, and author is Narottam Das Thakur. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu दया करो मोरे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे पतिता पावना हेतु तव अवतार पतिता प्रभु न पाइबो हाँ प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपावलकाना करो আমি বড় দুঃখী দয়া কর সীতাপতি অদ্বৈত গোস্বামী তব কৃপা বলে পায় চৈতন্য নিতাই स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुना वट जुग श्रीजीवा प्रभु लोकना दया कर श्री आचार्य दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास रामचंद्र संग मांगे नरोत्तम दास श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु तब मौसम पतित प्रभु न पाइलो प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपा वाला कौन करो আমি বড় দুঃখী দয়া করো সীতাপতি অদ্বৈত গোস্বামী তব কৃপা বলে চৈতন্য নিতাই স্বরূপ সনাতন रूप रघुनाथ Vatajuga Sri Jiva Prabhu Lokhanatha Daya Karo Sri Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Ramachandra Sangamange Narottama Dasa Ramachandra Sangamange Narottama Dasa Ramachandra Sangamange Narottama Dasa. So just read translation. We all can chant. Let me read the first. My dear Lord Chaitanya, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your lordship within these three worlds?
Your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned fallen souls, but I assure you that you will not find a greater fallen soul than me. Therefore, my name is first.
Prabhu's Mataji's, please read. Next, anyone?
Dear Nanda, you are always joyful in spiritual bliss. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you because I am most unhappy. If you kindly put your glance over me, then I may also become happy.
My dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, naturally, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will also be kind to me.
O Sharup Damodara, personal secretary of Lord Chaitanya, O Sri Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, O Lokanath Goswami, my beloved spiritual master, Narottama Das, also prays for your mercy.
6. O Srinivas Acharya, successor to the 6 Goswamis, please be merciful to me. Narottam Das always desires the company of Ramchandra Chakravarti. Narottam Das Thakur ki jai.
Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai Prabhu, Jiva Mata Ji ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki Jai, Vancha Kalpatarupyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Prananath Govind ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Nice to have your association once again.
I was dreaming that this time I will be in with you all, because I was constantly remembering July. This is the month, and I think Lord fulfilled my desire, not physically but through this technology. We are connected. I'm using this Zoom for the first time and to connect to you all. So that is Lord fulfilling the desire I can see. And to be with you all and speak to you all, to serve, to hear. It's always joyful to serve the devotees. I'm one thing which I have realized in this COVID and in this situation. I was speaking to some devotees on audio also, that there is nothing in this world, we keep on thinking, we keep on planning, but there is nothing. Actually, sunyayatam jagat sarvam. Everywhere it's null and void. Everywhere people are there, or circumstances are there, situations are there, which will try to take us away from Krishna. But it's devotees, and it's who brings us back, who puts us in service. And Prabhu, I must express my gratitude and thanks to you for engaging all of us there in service. I must say these are priceless. I mean, this is, it's just a great fortune for anyone to get engaged. Either it is mopping a floor, cleaning the temple, doing kirtan, doing DT service, doing constructing or making the the street parking lot, sitting in the sun and doing parking lot. There is no difference between any of this service. Either we are in the altar or we are in the bathroom cleaning, or we are cleaning the street for the Lord. Everything is same, everything is one, everything is done for the Lord by mercy of his devotees. And I'm just longing to be there. I don't know when this will end. I don't know if it's possible in this life, but if it is, I'll be coming there with one mission, that is to serve you and assist you in whatever way possible, in whichever menial service we can do. And I think Jamuna Ras, she also is in the same agreement. Initially, she thought, we will be staying here, not going, but that was our sense gratification. But wherever Lord desires, we should be here. If we are here, and engaged, that's Lord's desire, we will be there. And if we are engaged, that's also Lord's desire. Thank you so much, Pyari Prabhu, and all the devotees. I don't see all the names, but whatever I can hear, I know a lot of devotees are there. Just treat me like your servant from distance. And I know personally I cannot serve you all, but in heart of heart, I am just longing that wherever you come to here in Jagannath Puri, please bless me. And also in Vrindavan, by Krishna's grace, I got a house in Vrindavan, and it was Brajvasi who invited me, and then they said that, why don't you take this place? I went for Yatra with Maharaj. It was Kartik Yatra last year, and there itself something happened, and I got a place there which I will be using for Lord's service. If I go, or if any devotees comes to Vrindavan, please allow us to serve. You stay in that place, take that as your own house, and this place as well. Yeah, so like that we will be engaged and we can do some service. Otherwise, there is nothing practically in this life without service. Thank you so much. I'm speaking. I have a habit of speaking more. I exceeded 10 minutes. Please forgive me for that. Hari Bol. Prabhupada ki jai.
We miss you too, Pranath, Govind.
It's very
Yes,
nice
Mataji.
to see you, Prabhu. Very
Same
nice to
here.
hear you singing.
Thank you, thank you. I can recognize all the voice, and I'm grateful to Prabhupada and Pyari Prabhu, and especially my very dear friend Ganpati Govind Prabhu, who always even if we are so far physically, but he engages me and gets me involved. So I'm very grateful to all the devotees.
Prabhu, is Mataji and Kana also available? Can they come on screen?
Yeah, I can call them. Just let me see. Kana, Usna, Aja. I think she's doing prayer. Come. She's in the altar now, but yeah, evening time here, so prayer was going on, but she's coming, Prabhu.
Okay.
So you can talking.
Mataji, I can call. I think I feel like chanting rather than talking, so I'll sing something by the time they come. I think this he came.
So what are you doing there, Pranath, Govind Prabhu? I mean, what
Nothing,
temple?
Mataji.
What temple are you connected to?
I am serving local ISKCON, Bhubaneswar. This is the last temple Srila Prabhupada built. Prabhupada's lotus feet is right there where we go and meditate. He was there, and This is the last ISKCON temple Prabhupada, when he was alive, he built. This is very dear. And Prabhupada said that a lot of Western devotees, when they come, Puri authorities don't allow them to go inside and take darshan of Jagannath. So I am bringing Jagannath from Puri temple to Bhuvaneshwar. So they can come to Bhuvaneshwar, which is not very far. This comes under the Kshetra, the Gada or Chakra Kshetra? Chakra Kshetra. So Lord's Chakra is in Bhuvaneshwar. And here we have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra deities, very beautiful. Same like what we have in the Puri temple. So like that, we go there, we serve. In this COVID situation, I got a request from temple authorities that they are really going through financial difficulties, because the only source of income was the Govindas and some of the donations which stopped, and the brahmacharis and others were having tough time even to do the deity service and have prasadam. So we collectively started donating part of our salary, and also we started taking a lot of groceries from here, and started putting it in the temple premises so that devotees can use. So like that we are engaged, Mataji. In COVID, since they have locked all the compounds, we are not allowed to go inside, but we can take darshan from outside. So if you stand in the street, you can see the deities, and you can see the small altar is there aside of the big one where Radha Gopinath deities are sitting. So we can take darshan there and serve.
Very
Apart from
nice.
that, Jamuna Ras has created a wonderful service. I told last time also that we have been feeding cows, and that has gone very large scale. Now we have more than, I say, 40 to 50 cows who comes, and they know by name. We call them different names, and they come and they treat us. The cows treat her like mother. So she will be, if she goes anywhere and I go, then he will say ma with full breath, and other cow, and it's cow and calves both will come and say ma, and they will start running. And sometimes we feed them, and then we go to feed others. Then other will come and say no, you have to feed me, you have to love me. You cannot like the past time when Radharani, when Yasoda Mai milk was boiling, right? So she left Krishna and went to off the milk. Krishna was angry. Similarly, these cows are also, they need special attention. If we don't give attention to one, starts crying. So please bless us all devotees so that we can continue the service. We are doing it from March 22nd of March. We have been doing. Initially we had cows, but by Krishna's mercy, monkeys got added. Prior to this call, we were in one hilly area with hundreds of monkeys. And they were coming, and I was putting the groundnut in my hand and putting it there, and I must say the monkey came and put their mouth like this, and they were eating. Some was taking the bananas. They were putting bananas in their hand. Some whatever we could get, we could feed monkeys, and enjoy how much Lord would be enjoying by feeding them, sharing their prasadam. So that has become a part of our service, and feeding cows, feeding monkeys, and feeding brahmacharis in Bhuvaneshwar ISKCON temple, because they need finance and groceries. So Krishna also says, right, Brahman serving Brahman, Vaishnavas and cows. Go Brahmanaya Hitaicho Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Nama. So feeding the Brahmans, feeding the cows, and taking care of them gives a lot of pleasure to Lord. That's why we are also very pleased. And there is one Radha Krishna temple, with Vrindavan deities made up of Ashtadhatu. I can show you. It's just across this. There is one Radha Krishna temple is there, made up of Ashtadhatu, and there is one brahmachari who are deities from Vrindavan, and devotee, one brahmachari is there who is serving that deity. Somehow or other he has become very dear to us, because we go there almost every day, morning, evening, and they he call us like, with the traditional Odia names, like they call me, they call Jamuna Bhauni. Bhauni means sister, and to me he call Bhaina. Bhaina means brother. So he treats us like brothers and sisters, and he every time he do the puja there, and he asks, Radharani. So Jamuna is making some garland, whichever he learned from there from temple, from Mother Jiva or all the devotees who was engaging her, and she is making those and giving it to them, offering them, his garlands and other things like that. We are engaged, Mataji. So it's wonderful. And just down that temple, we have all the cows. So cows are very near. And if you go just 1 mile from there, we have a hill called Sikhar Chandi Hill. It's not too high, but at least it is 10-storied building, 10 to 20-storied building. And we can drive all the way up. And on the top of that hill, there are a lot of trees. And in the trees, you can see hundreds and hundreds of monkeys and all the cows there. So if you go there, monkeys will be just king. If Sri Chaitanya is there, he can imitate, but monkeys, you go, then monkeys will put their, monkeys will do, to you. So they just need your attention, and they just need something from you. And like not like Vrindavan monkeys who takes the specs and takes things from you, but disciplined monkey. Jamna was saying disciplined, because when we stand to give, one time we bought a lot of bananas, like lot of bananas, almost fill our trunk, and they will come in one line, like in our prasadam in temple, in Karnataka temple, how we stand in line, right? And then one by one we take. So similarly, they will be standing in line and come very in disciplined manner and take one and then go. So that those pastimes very. Yeah. So one time Jamuna make one garland for the deities, and for both Radha and Krishna, and she gave neck beads. And morning when she went, the beads was not there. So she become little sad that, Lord, I made the bead with so much, because that time Sri Chaitanya was watching movie, and light was dim, and she was sitting in one corner with lamp and doing all the construction, making those beads with a lot of effort, and not getting engaged with the family, but doing those service. So when she saw that Lord is not wearing the garland, she became upset, and she left the. She became angry, and she left the temple and came back. Said, Lord, I made garland for you, but you might have not weared it because it is not so good, and I'm not good servant of yours. So whatever I did, you did not accept. And she came and she cried, and even she said in anger, I'm not going to make again. And then evening, it was Ekadasi day, and evening again, our interior call came in her mind, and she was not feeling. She felt, I want to go, and she went there, and I also went, and we saw the pujari was downstairs. He came running there, and he said that in the morning, why you went without taking, whenever you go, right, pujari gives us Chandramrit, he gives tulsi, some prasadam. So morning without prasadam we came. So he was crying. Pujari started crying. He said that you all went, I was feeling so bad. I felt I have done some offense to the Lord, or I have done some offense to you. Generally, you all are so nice. You don't go without honoring Chandramrit. Why you went? And he started crying like anything. And then Jamuna told that, I was feeling bad because of this is not there. When Pujari went there and he moved the garland of the Lord, the moment he lifted the garland, he saw the neck, the necklace. It was right inside the. Radharani showed her necklace first, and then Krishna showed. So it was one pastime. Because of garland, it was covered, but it was there. So what we understand is, whatever little or big or whatever service we do for the Lord is accepting us. We should not be again cross-checking or trying to see whether Lord is doing or taking or not questioning or doubting. Lord is accepting all our services. So we should have full faith, and with that we should serve. So that's what we'll learn from this pastime.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice.
How is Kana doing?
Kana is very, what do you say, has become naughty, grown up. He's missing all, all the devotees there. All, because he all the time he was there with you all grown up. So he somehow, Pyari Prabhu, I don't know, you have blessed or you have done some magic. I'm not developing any friends here. The way I have Rasaraj Prabhu, I have Ganpati Govind Prabhu, I have Sundar Gopinath Prabhu, I have Raga Sindhu Prabhu, and name goes on, Dev Prabhu. Like I had like bunch of friends there, but here I'm not having any friends like that. So that again indicates that Lord has heard your prayer. He wants me to be again back running for the association.
Well, my prayer wasn't so you don't have any friends.
That's his trick to bring you back here.
Does Kana also want to come back?
Yeah, Kana wants to come, Prabhu. He says that I want to be back. Problem was from Jamuna's side, but now she says that I'll be coming, but only for serving. No other, not for any other thing. If service is there, I'll come. Otherwise, I'll be back. So maybe I'll try to get her in festival times or whenever a lot of service is there. And if Jiva Mataji Pyari Prabhu can arrange loads and lots of service, then she can stay there permanently.
Prabhu, we have a lot of service. You come. You both come.
Yeah.
Thinking of, well, it's just in the thinking stages, but we'd like to get a farm with some cows. So that'll be a lot of service. You seem to.
Yeah, actually, she has expressed her desire to me a lot of time that she wants to do farm and serve cows. That's the only thing she has in mind. So I think that may be fulfilled there or here. So that's good, Prabhu.
Yeah, we got to try to get some. I've been looking for property, but nothing perfect yet. Not that it's going to be perfect, but nothing the right amount of land and the right price, basically.
Yeah. Or if we don't have there, Prabhu, we will have in Vrindavan. You come there, we will open a farm there, and you can come and stay in our farm, and we can milk and you can serve there. So either there or here, we can have one farm.
Wow, so many options, huh? Lots of options for me for retirement.
Yes, Mataji. And also in guest house for staying. So that also we will be thinking for devotees. So
wonderful.
So since all the devotees are here, how about we chant loudly Mahamantra one time, praying for Prananath, Govind Prabhu and family to come back soon.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare.
Thank you. It's wonderful seeing you both.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we are eternally grateful to all the devotees, especially to Pyari Prabhu and Jiva Mataji.